China in the early 20th century was a nation in turmoil. Decades of internal strife and external pressure had left the country deeply divided. The Qing dynasty collapsed in 1911, leaving a power vacuum. Warlords battled for control, fueling chaos and suffering. Two major forces emerged, the Nationalist Party and the Communist Party. The KMT, led by Chiang Kai-shek, sought a unified republic. The CPC, led by Mao Zedong, envisioned a communist state. Their struggle dominated Chinese politics for decades. A fragile alliance against Japan briefly united them. Post-World War II, China plunged back into civil war. By 1949, the communists were on the brink of victory. October 1st, 1949, dawned bright and clear over Tiananmen Square in Beijing. Hundreds of thousands of people gathered, their faces a mixture of anticipation and excitement. As the news spread, after years of struggle, the communists had triumphed. The People's Republic of China was about to be born. From atop the Gate of Heavenly Peace, overlooking the throngs below, Mao Zedong delivered a historic proclamation. His words, broadcast across the nation by radio, marked the culmination of decades of revolution and the beginning of a new chapter in Chinese history. The Civil War was over. The communists were in control. The following weeks saw a flurry of activity as the new government consolidated its power. Key cities fell to the advancing communist armies, and remnants of the nationalist forces fled to the island of Taiwan. The People's Liberation Army, battle-hardened and disciplined, quickly established order across the vast country. The establishment of the People's Republic of China sent shockwaves across the world. The rise of a communist power in the world's most populous nation was a momentous event, signaling the beginning of a new era in global geopolitics. The Cold War, already underway, had just gained a new and formidable player. At the heart of this transformation stood Mao Zedong, the architect of communist victory and the undisputed leader of the new China. Born into a peasant family in Hunan province, Mao had risen through the ranks of the CPC, his charisma and sharp intellect propelling him to the forefront of the communist movement. Mao's ideology, later termed Mao Zedong thought, blended Marxist-Leninist principles with a uniquely Chinese character. He saw the peasantry, not the urban proletariat, as the true engine of revolution in China. His adaptation of communist theory to Chinese conditions proved to be a potent force, mobilizing millions and ultimately leading the CPC to victory. With the founding of the People's Republic, Mao assumed the mantle of chairman, becoming the paramount leader of China. He embarked on an ambitious program of social and economic engineering, seeking to transform China from a backward agrarian society into a modern socialist state. Land reform, collectivization of agriculture, and the Great Leap Forward were just some of the policies implemented under his watch, each with far-reaching consequences for the Chinese people. Mao's rule was not without its controversies. His policies, while aimed at modernization, often resulted in widespread hardship and social upheaval. Nevertheless, his grip on power remained firm, his image as the liberator of the Chinese people carefully cultivated and maintained. Section 4, China Transformed. The immediate impact. The establishment of the People's Republic of China brought immediate changes. Land reform redistributed land from wealthy landowners to poor farmers, and the new government prioritized education and healthcare. Campaigns were launched to eradicate illiteracy and improve public health. However, the transition faced challenges from decades of war. The government embarked on radical reforms, nationalizing the private sector. Efforts to collectivize agriculture met with mixed results. Section 5. The global stage. China's place in a divided world. The rise of communist China sent shockwaves through the international community, fundamentally altering the global balance of power. The United States, having just emerged from World War II as a global superpower, viewed the communist victory in China with suspicion and alarm. The Cold War, already underway between the US and the Soviet Union, intensified with the emergence of a new communist power. China's alliance with the Soviet Union, formalized in the Sino-Soviet Treaty of Friendship, further heightened tensions, dividing the world into two opposing camps. The Korean War, which erupted in 1950, served as a proxy war between these two ideological blocs. China's intervention in the conflict, sending troops to fight alongside North Korea against the US-led UN forces, solidified its position as a major player on the world stage. The early years of the People's Republic were marked by diplomatic isolation from the West. The United States refused to recognize the communist government, instead maintaining relations with the nationalist government in Taiwan. This diplomatic freeze would last for decades, shaping China's foreign policy and limiting its engagement with the international community.